Hey Arwen, so this is going to be a tutorial, or either a visual on how I do my rotation. So, like I mentioned yesterday, you're gonna go ahead and start using your comfort zone. Since my condition is still normal, I'll go ahead and use my inner quiet. And still normal, I'll go ahead and move steady hand 2. If During those time before I used steady hand 2, if my condition was on good, I would have used tricks of the trade. But since I didn't get it, I just move on to the next step. So after you use steady hand 2, you'll go ahead and use your hasty touch. Since my durability is 10 out of 40, but then I got a good condition, since you can't use hasty touch again because it's gonna fail the item, that's when I'll go ahead and use tricks of the trade so I could get that 20 CP. And then I'll go ahead and use Masterman. Since my steady hand 2 is gone, I'll go ahead and reapply it. And now I got a good condition, which is really good if you have Precious Touch, which you would really want, since it will give you a 100% success rate as long as you have steady hand 2 on. And then just go ahead and continue with your hasty touch. And I got another good condition, so I'll go ahead and use my press touch again. You could repeat this step twice because you want to make sure you still have enough CP. No, I think you repeat the step once, but also depends on how much CP you have, because with crafting, it's kind of like you're calculating if you have enough to do all these skills, and also enough to like knowing how many times you use synthesis just to do your progress. So I'll go ahead and use my Masterman since my durability is at 10 out of 40. And then right now, like for example, with 8 stacks of my inner quiet, that will give me for sure a 100% quality as long you use like the ones I told you about, great strides, and then innovation. Also, if you use steady hand, you can either use steady hand 1 or 2, but it's better to use 1 so you have less CP cost. But even though it's 3, but small things matters depending on your CP. So I'll go ahead and use steady hand 1, and then that's when I use the, I can't really pronounce that, but the blessing, because it'll give you a really good on your quality. But since I have 8 stacks, so I'll go ahead and use that. So now I have 100% high quality. So you could either use basic synthesis or standard synthesis, but for me I like to use standard because I'll complete this in one go when I use standard. But if I use my basic, I only have to do it twice. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me.